Welcome back, Kerbal enthusiasts. This is Misfit from the Coop, guys. Back in Kerbal Space Program. We've got the sun, we've got we've got Kerbin, and we have Minmus below us. So, what were we going to do? We were going to grab some science. Now that we are in a circular orbit around Minmus, which we can change to our heart's delight, we can grab as much science as we can. So, let's do a crew report from here and see exactly where we are. We are in space near Minmus. Alright, let's transmit that straight away. I thought we might have been low enough to actually reach the biomes. Might have to get lower, but I don't want to risk getting too low because, see, those mountains are pretty high. And I reckon if we moved in a couple of kilometers, we might risk hitting them. Kenfred, you are our jinx, so you're going to go out on EVA, and you're all over the place already. Ugh. EVA report, please. Thank you. Get back aboard, and transmit that now. So there's another 50 science for us. Let's see, I want to have a look at this. I want to see. Review the data on this. That's high over Minmus. So what was this one? Review the data. Space over carbon. Oh, okay. So let's use this guy. While in space near Minmus. I'm going to reset that. I want to use that later. In the meantime, we should be able to get a temperature reading. So let's log the temperature. There we go. So let's keep that one. Mystery goo. That's a monopropellant tank. Come on, Misfit. There we go. There's a mystery goo. So let's use that on this craft. And there's another 40 science, so we'll keep that one. Now, I did think that we would be close enough to nip into the biomes. So, maybe we'll bring our orbit down to about 8 or so. Let's see if we can do that. Or maybe 7.5. There. And let's just make sure we're not going to crash into anything. No, I think we are okay. That's pretty close, but that's alright. We'll do the same when we get to the other side. In fact, we could probably zip around now and do that. And we can't speed up time any faster than we're going. Let's have a look at the view out there. Woof! Look how close we are to the thing. This is insane. Okay. Getting close. We're going to bring that down to about 7.5. Alright. Although, actually, we should check when we get here if we are actually close enough to nip into the biome. Alright. Let's have a look. So let's do a little crew report. At the bottom of Minmus. See where we are. Space near Minmus. Okay, so it's not quite close enough. I'd probably have to get a bit closer. So we won't be able to do what we did on the moon. That's a shame, but it's alright. But we will kind of circularize our orbit again. And then I guess we should prepare for the landing on Minmus. Try and find a nice landing spot, and then get the ship into position, and all that jazz. Getting the Kerbals into the lander is probably going to be a bit of an issue as well. I haven't actually thought about that too much. 7.5. Oh, that's pretty close, but I think we're good. Okay, so this is a really, really close orbit around Minmus. We're on the dark side, naturally. So tell you what, I'm going to try and find a nice place to land, and we will get ourselves situated. Alright, I've adjusted our orbit. We're now on a flat plane, so we've moved around about 90 degrees. But we're going to try and land down here, and ideally I want to land there. Because if I can, I want to try and land down here and then up here. So I might have to take off and land on Minmus again, mainly because I want to try and practice that because it might come in handy for future missions. So there are a couple of things we need to do before we do that. The first is we need to get the science we have collected back onto this command module. In order to do that, we need to get a Kerbal out on EVA to collect it, but the lander is in the way. So we're going to have to do something a bit risky here. Not risky, but risky. We need to undock from this ship. If I can actually select it. Undock. There we go. So lander is now adrift from the command module. Kind of. And I'm going to back away from it a little bit. I'm firing the RCS here, you can just barely see it. There we go. And I'm there. That should be okay. Right. Kenfred, you need to go out there and get that science and bring it onto the command module. Now, if you let go, you're going to clip through that docking port again. Nope, he's free this time. Huzzah! There we go. Let's go and gather up all this science then, mainly from this guy first. Let's get a bit... turn your light on, that helps. And collect the data. Yep. And let's go and get this guy. And down we go. You're close. Collect the data. Yep, and bash your face off of it. Why not? Let's avoid the solar panels because I know that if we hit them, they will break. And I think there was another thing over here to grab. Oh, 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 oh. Alright, there's that. I don't know why I hit spacebar. That was a bit stupid. Now, what science did I use on this? I think I used a mystery goo. And one of the thermometers as well, I think. There it is. Drift ever so closly towards the science experiment, the origins of which we know not. It is indeed a mystery. That's why they call it the mystery goo. And get back, get close to that thing. Collect that. Thank you. Remove the data. Now, where was that thermometer? On the command module somewhere. There's at least 2 of them. Let's try the one down here first. Let's see if that was indeed the guy we are looking for. God, you gotta get so close to these things. And I'm miles off, no wonder why. Oh. Actually, let's do that. Store experiments in the command pod. There we go. And where's... I guess it's this thermometer here then. I hope I'm not nudging them towards each other. Oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. That engine is hitting the docking port. We might have to do something about that in a minute. So let's just try and avoid hitting the ships. Take the data. Store experiment. There we go. Now, can we do an EVA report here? We've already done one. Alright. So we've taken the experiments, we put them on the command pod now to get onto our lander. Now, where is the door? Door! I hope I didn't block it off or something. That would be silly. Oh, the camera is a bit weird. How did I change the camera? V. There we go. Ah! Okay. Where is the door of the ship? I think it might be on this side. I did put a ladder there. There it is. Okay. That ladder is definitely starting to drift free now. Can I can't roll. That's annoying. Let's get up here. Slow us down a bit. No, or just crash into the thing. Grab. And board. There we go. So we now have a manned lander. And let's switch over to our other ship. Because he's not going down there alone. I think... Yeah, Chadfart looks a bit crazy. We're going to leave him up here for a bit. And we're going to take Jedtop Kerman. So, get off of there. Turn on your RCS. Let's find the door again. Lights on, please. Up we go. And around. Change our camera. Freak out a bit because the camera changed. Oh, or just fly off into oblivion. And grab it. I'm bored. Oh, I can only have one guy. Okay. Alright, Jedtop, you're going back onto the other ship. I thought I could hold two guys. Oh well, never mind. We have a single Landercan mission ready then. Oh well, bringing this command module is a bit of a waste. Could have left one of you guys at home. In you go. Alright. So we are going to leave the Duranial... In fact, let's just close that up. It's been causing us problems. Stoop. So, we're going to leave this guy in orbit, and these guys in orbit, and we're going to switch to this guy. The Landercan. Now, how close are we to our... So we probably want to come down about here. And we're going to just completely deorbit us. How much fuel is that going to be? It has no idea, because the engines are off and our staging got completely messed up. Okay, give me a sec, I'll fix the staging and we will prep for landing on Minmus. Alright, we have a burn plotted, we are ready. One thing I want to check though, is if I do a crew report here, and then if I try and transmit it... Yep, I forgot to put a radio on this thing. That might be annoying, but that's fine. Okay, so we're going to turn on our RCS because we've got a burn coming up that's going to make us land down there. But we want to get away from the ship, so we're going to turn on RCS and we're just going to fire it to move. Yeah, we can turn the caps lock off now. Let's fire that just so we get distance away from our... I don't know what to call that. The other ship. To get us away from the other ship, so we can get ready to land. And we've got about 3 minutes coming up. And we've done a landing before, but it's been a while for me, so probably turn off the RCS now. We're distance away. Mainly, I want to move away because if I ignited those engines, it actually would hit that craft, possibly damage it, but one thing it would do is it would move it, and it might actually send it into an orbit where it would crash back into Minmus, and that is something we definitely do not want. So, I think we've moved a fair distance away from it now. Let's, I was going to stage, but I'm worried I'm actually going to lose two of these engines if I stage, so I'm just going to manually activate these engines again. There we go. And we'll do a bit of a test burn. Oh, it's not going to take much at all in order to get us down. So we'll wait until we're almost at our maneuver, and then we'll just well, we'll speed up a bit. See you later, guys. I'll be back soon. And right about here. So we're aiming to land down there and then take off and land up there. So that's what we're planning to do anyway. But since we're going, let's just do this now. We don't really need the maneuver. We just want to try and get our orbital speed down to 0. We're as close to it as we can. Alright, that'll do for now. We can fix the rest later. Now, these solar panels are going to annoy me. Let's retract them. I said retract them. There we go. We'll probably want to switch to our surface velocity. Let's get rid of that maneuver, because it's going to annoy me as well. So what's our current height? 7.5 kilometers above the surface, and we're going straight down now. Pretty much, anyway. Let's bring us up here, because as we get closer, we want this to be right at the top here. That means we're coming down straight. So we're going to fall for a little bit. Of course, the gravity of Minmus is so negligible that it's taken forever for us to fall. Let's do a system check. In fact, let's do a crew report. Why not? Crew report. Yeah, overwrite the existing one. It's still a space near Minmus. Okay. And our charge is going down. Oh, because we got the lights on. Do we need them on? Not really. Alright, I'll leave the solar panels out then. And let's burn slowly. Very, very, very slowly. And we'll angle up a bit, because we want to try and get that into the middle, so that we come down nice and straight. Half of our science is already used up on this thing pretty much, but that's why I wanted to keep 2 of these Science Juniors, because if we take one down here, this would be... Because Minmus is one of the 3 planets in the entire solar system that has multiple biomes on it. And those are Kerbal, Moon, and Minmus. So the other planets don't have biomes yet, they will do, but basically if you land on one side of Duna, it would be the same as if you landed on the other side. So we need to try and... That's not moving much at all. Let's try and bring that over at the center. Probably better off just doing it with this. Or is it this way that you do it? I can't remember. It's been a while. Oh yeah, this is how you do it. You herd it in. Let's cut the engine there. There we go. Now we're coming down nice and straight. Let's get our landing gears ready. Deploy them, please. And electrical charge is full. Let's retract the solar panels. I don't want them getting in the way when we're trying to land. Kenfred, how are you doing? He is happy. He's about to land on a big ice field. There's our guys over there, 33 kilometers away, just chilling in orbit. I put a parachute on this, and I don't really know why. I just decided this guy deserves a parachute. Should have put a radio on this though. It would have been better off if we did that, but meh. See, we've not really used much fuel at all, and we're almost ready to land. So, not the best lander I ever made, because the actual lander can is pretty low in relation to the engines. But, I thought I'd try something a little different. I want to come up with a really wacky kind of lander design to use in the future, but I don't know. There's some things I needed to do to get sorted. I want larger docking ports, that's for sure. Because as you saw, this one with the other docking port on the ship, because it's such a narrow joining point for such a large vessel, this was wobbling around like crazy. So we need something a bit more stable. But in order to get something more stable, we need to research it, and in order to research it, we need science. So that's why we're out here doing this. This is kind of a test phase for some future missions I have in mind. Yep, at this point in landing on a planet or a moon without an atmosphere, it gets particularly boring. Because it's like, yep, I'm still going down. I'm still going down. I could burn it last minute, but I'm afraid that it might send us off in a direction, and we're going straight down right now, and I'm loving that. Let's turn on a caps lock so we can lock that. What's our orbital speed? 15. Are we moving in relation to the ground? Doesn't look like we are. Looks like we're going straight up and down. Why is that saying that then? I guess we'll find out when we get closer to the ground. We're going to cut the engines though, because this is taking too long. Getting impatient. The sun might be going down for all of you know. See, look, it's taking forever for us to fall even without the engines on. Oh, here it looks like it's already landed. Look at the massive size of this lander as it's landed on the ice. Oh man. Alright, 1.5 kilometers away. Let's have a look from inside the cockpit. Here we go. Now this would be interesting if we tried to land from in here. The reason I'm doing this is because there should be a land... What's that say? Software update. Don't forget. Perfect. There we go. So we're coming up on 1,000. Okay. We're up to 30 meters per second. Now is the time to fire our engines. God, I almost missed it, almost missed it, almost missed it. Alright, we're coming at a funny angle again. Let's try and fix that. And we could probably use our RCS to keep that in line now. Yep, there we go. 300 meters. Oh, and the lights are now lighting up the surface. So we need a bit more kick at the engines. We're coming down pretty much straight now. And throttle down the engines because we've slowed up too much. I'm going to cut them actually because I think we start going back up. Here we go, here we go. Most exciting YouTube content to date! Even more so than my previous landing on the moon. Here we go, we're about to touch down. 5 meters per second, I don't think we can ask for a better landing here. Look how much fuel we've got left. This is beautiful. Down we go. Nice. 4 meters per second. Landing straight on the money. How much RCS we got? Plenty. And here we go. And get ready to shut down the engine as soon as we hit the ground. And touchdown. Beautiful. Deploy those solar panels, please. Woo! Alright, we made it to the surface of Minmus. Ta-da! Glorious. This ship is really dark. I really need to put more lights on it. Alright. Now what's on the agenda? Alright, we are on the surface of Minmus. Kenford Kerman, first Kerbal to be here. Let's get a crew report. Why is our monopropellant going down? No! The RCS was still on. Oh, that would have been bad. According to the crew's assessment of the situation, awesome. And let us take a thumb. Pardon me, that was disgusting. I do apologise. In that little break, I decided to go and have a sandwich. And apparently I'm digesting it as we speak. So let's temperature scan for the Minmus's lesser flats. Alright. Let's keep that. Let's get that seismometer going. 100 science. Nicely done. Okay. And let's get this guy going. Whoa. 125. Nice one. One of the mystery goos on here was not done, so let's do that, because those engines are going to be going away first. Observe the goo. 50 science. There we go, we got a ton of science already. Is there any point in doing another one of these? I don't think so, because we can't transmit, and we can only hold one in the command pod at a time. Oh! This really being digested in there. Okay, let's EV. And down we go. I said down we go. There we go. And plop to the floor. Oh, we landed on our feet gracefully. Nicely done. Let's turn on our lights. Ta-da! Apparently autosaving. If I turn on your lights, triggers an autosave. But look how slow we are walking here. And let's have a jump. Whoa! Look at that! Look how high we can jump! I really hope that's not going to kill him. And land with style. Perfect! There we go. Alright, so now that we are out here, let us take an EVI report. And 40 science. And let's take a surface sample from the lesser flats. 150. There we go. And let's plant a flag. Kenford Kerman. Landing on Minmus for all Kerbal kind. And me. Oh, I got the caps lock on. There we go. The Geranial Land Force 53 land site, lesser flats. Ta-da! Nope, bit dark. There we go. Alright. Now, there are two things we could do right now. The first thing is get in that ship and go somewhere else. The other thing we could do is we could just go somewhere else as Kenford Kerman. So let's just have a little look here. We are pretty far away from there. But no, that's it right there. The thing is about Minmus is that you can actually travel really far with RCS. And let's just demonstrate that. And jump. And here we go. So off we go into the wide blue yonder. Gravity is so low in Minmus you can just fly off. In fact, if you really wanted to, you could actually, from the surface of Minmus, you could actually get a Kerbal into orbit around Minmus using just their RCS pack. You wouldn't be able to get them back unless you managed to rendezvous with them in orbit. And I've kind of actually just now decided that we're going to go there, so okay, we're heading up here. I hope you aren't too nervous about what's going on here. Oh, he's not happy about this. Well, you shouldn't have clipped into the ship, you muppet. So once we get up here, yeah, we still got plenty of fuel here. So once we get up here, we're gonna have to start slowing down, and then we'll land. All these rocks on the side of the scree here. "6 kilometers away." Just coasting on up. In fact, let's see what the map is telling us we're doing. It says we're going to crash into this thing. I doubt that. The map is wrong. Because we're going over this thing. We need to come down and slow down. Alright. In fact, how far around Minmus are we going to go? Oh, apparently we're going to go over the mountains and crash to the other side. Oh. Okay. Let's see if we can fix that now. That's a bit better. Now we're just going to crash directly below us. Perfect. In fact, we might want to throttle up a bit. Because if you hit the ground too fast, obviously you're going to die. No, we're using just half of our fuel here. And... Oh, that looked painful. That looked really painful. But we're alive. Kind of drifting through the air. He's a bit panic-stricken, but that's okay. That's alright. Don't need to worry. Because you are immortal like this. And smack. First Kerbal on Minmus. Aren't you guys so proud? He's even shying away from the camera. Oh, that one hurt. Alright, well, I'm going to get him back to the ship in a second. Actually, we came up here for a reason. We wanted to see if we can get some science. So, stop spinning out of control, please. Oh, he suddenly went from really scared to really happy. Right, stop spinning out of control, please. Stop it. I said stop it. Stop it, you crazy fool. There we go. Oh, that was great. Alright, so now we're up here. Let's take an EVA report. Oh, crap. I never took that one onto the ship. Take a surface sample. Ah, dang it. I should have put them on the ship before I came up here. Well, that was a waste. Okay, 14.5 kilometers away. Okay, I'm going to leave the RCS off for a while. We're going to walk back because we used over half of our fuel getting here, and it wasn't exactly a graceful landing. So, we are going to just trot along here and make our way back to the ship. Alright, after a decidedly long trek and all of our RCS fuel, we managed to make it back to the ship. I did use RCS to get from there down here, and I kind of I landed right there, and I completely overshot it and skidded for about 400 meters. So I had to walk all that way back here. But now that we're back, let's get as much of the science back aboard the ship as possible, and we'll see if we can land on another site on Minmus. Alright, we are back aboard, all data has been gathered, and we are ready to try and land on another site on Minmus, and there is our sister craft in orbit, flying above us. Now, originally I was planning to go over here and land there, but that's the hill where Kinford just was, and I think, if I'm having a look at this right, this might be a different biome from this. Because there's like islands, lowlands, midlands, essentially, and there's different levels of each. So, I actually want to try and head up here. That's right. So we're going to try and get over there now. So let us Take off. And I have no idea what way I'm pointing. I want to point that way. Please? Thank you. Okay. So we're heading over to the 90-degree mark. Oh, 1 second, phone going off. Okay, there we go. That's the phone dealt with. What? It's not quite over at 90, is it? It's more towards the north. That's kind of where we want to go. So burn a bit more in that direction. And that should do it. Now what's that? Oh, that's going to send us miles over it, and we're nowhere near it. So we need to burn... you point a bit more that way. Never actually done this. Taking off and landing on the same... in the same mission. So this is going to be an interesting one. Alright, let's see what that's doing. Holy goodness. We need to burn back down towards the planet. Let's check our map now. Yeah, that's better, that's better. Okay. So once we go over there, we'll flip to burn retro and bring us down again. I used a little bit more fuel than I would have liked, but that's fine. I reckon we can still get one more landing out of this, actually, if we do this right. Alright, we're as good as we're gonna get, I think. So let's do what we always do. We know the drill. Bring our speed down to 0. Let's get our ship facing the right way. We'll come down for a nice landing. Let's have a look inside the cockpit, actually. We'll zoom out a bit because this is the only way of actually telling exactly how far you are above the ground. So far it's not registering that we are above the ground yet. But I know that we're definitely less than 7 kilometers above the ground here because the mountains... Because this basically says how far you are above sea level. And the flats were essentially sea level. So that's why that was accurate. But because we're landing on a mountain, that'll change. Oh, that's a really weird view. Yeah, still not even registering that yet. But we are now directly over that flat area, so let's coax this thing back in the middle. Do it on the orbital cam. Orbital cam! Orbital cam, please! Give us a satellite coverage! Just heard this into the middle nicely. Kenfred is pretty pleased to be back here. Not sure why, he had a rough time of it out there. There we go, we got a reading now. It says we're 2.5 kilometers above the surface. So that would be 2,300 as our target. That's when we hit the ground level. The ground appears to be becoming pretty quickly. Okay. I think we're good. Get a nice view of our environs. And let's do a crew report from here. Oh. What? We can only have one crew report? That sucks. Ugh. Well, there goes a waste of science then. I think we can store multiple EVE reports, but we can only have one crew report. That's rather crappy. Alright, I reckon we're about just over a kilometer above the surface. Coming in for a nice landing. Cut that engine again. Oh, and our sister craft has passed us by. And we're about to lose the fuel out of these engines. I do have landing legs on these other ones, but I don't want to lose the outer ones because it will make landing a bit trickier. Oh, there we go. The ground is being lit up. We need to fire the engines a bit more. Like that. There we go. I'm expecting those engines to cut out any minute now. Yeah, I think we're coming in for a nice landing here. Bleed off a little bit of speed, but we're coming in nice and straight. Although this ground isn't exactly flat. It looks it, but it's not. And shut down the engine. RCS. Don't you flip over. There we go. So, we have landed on another spot in Minmus, and it's gotten dark. Oh, that's a shame. Alright, so we can't do a crew report, which sucks. But let's do some science while we're here. Observe the materials bay. 125 from Minmus's Midlands. There we go. We'll grab that. Mystery goo, please. We observe the goo. 50. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on. The ship is wobbling about. Why is the ship wobbling like this? Ah, I fixed it. No, it didn't. Oh, crap. Log the temperature. 40. And we'll go the seismic data. 100. Okay. So that's almost all of our science used up. We still have some of these thermometers and seismometers. I don't think we've got any mystery goo left. And this is the one we want to collect, which is the one in the back. Okay, let's EV8 and let go. Or just stand there. And there we go. Turn on your light, please. Ta-da! Alright, let's get another EVA report out of you. Another 40 science. Let's get over here a bit. Man, it's getting really dark. It's getting to put those lights on. As few as they were, they are illuminating us so that we can actually see on video. So, did we take an EVA report? Yes, we did. So let's take a surface sample and another 150 science, and let's plant our flag. So this is what, Minmus's Midlands? Boop. Chong. Duranial. Land force 53. Midlands. Land site. There we go. Alright. Now to collect some science and see if we can land on another part of Minmus. If not, we shall be returning to our sister craft in orbit so that we can return to Kerbal. But I think that's probably enough time this episode, so thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed, and we shall see you all next time. Bye now.